Right then, here we go. This is one of the most common protector parts I see with the women I work with, and honestly, it's the one I've had to work through the most deeply myself too. It's the people pleaser, ladies and gentlemen. The part that keeps everyone else happy, even when it's costing you yourself. The part that says yes when you desperately want to say no. It overthinks the text messages and worries constantly if it's upset someone. Feels responsible for everybody else's emotions and keeps the peace at all costs. Because for a lot of people, people pleasing was never about being nice. We can all be a nice person. It was about safety. Because at some point along the way, this part learned that it was easier to just do the thing or stay quiet, to keep everyone else happy, to avoid conflict and risk rejection, abandonment or tension. So then this part becomes hyper aware of everyone, their moods, their reactions, their tones, their needs. But meanwhile, your own needs slowly disappear into the background. Because this part's constantly scanning. Are we okay? Are they upset? Have I done something wrong? What do I need to fix? And living like that is exhausting. There's no peace involved in it at all. It's exhausting. Because eventually another protector part starts waking up. It's usually resentment. So resentment joins the party and builds when you keep abandoning yourself to keep everyone else comfortable. Starts whispering, what about me? Why does no one look after me? Why am I the one carrying everything all the time? And then guilt kicks in for even feeling resentful in the first place. So the cycle continues. You overgive, over-explain, over-function, hoping eventually you learn to feel safe, accepted, loved and enough. But people pleasing is a one-way ticket to burnout. Because your nervous system never truly gets to relax. It stays hyper-alert, hyper-responsible, hyper-aware. Healing a people-pleasing part isn't suddenly about becoming someone else. And it doesn't have to shift overnight either. Because your nervous system learned that keeping other people happy equals safety. And that pattern runs deeper than you know. So healing this part takes awareness, compassion, patience and the right kind of support. But over time you will start to notice the shift. You'll pause before automatically saying yes. You'll stop abandoning yourself so quickly and you'll recognise resentment before it reaches breaking point. You start asking yourself, okay, what do I need here? And I'll tell you what, when you set that first boundary, it's liberating. Not because the people pleaser suddenly disappeared, but because it no longer has to work quite so hard to keep you safe. Because when your nervous system's learned that keeping